Did we smoke that good dwarven kush while we were down there?
Yeah, that's where we're going to start. And
Whatever
you want to do. I mean, there was one session, you know, when you were in the tomb of Byrus, you did see a hookah, if I remember correctly. Might be getting that muddled up with something else, but hey, doesn't matter. It's all there. Take that as you will. So you guys are spending the evening in the tavern.
What was the tavern called again? It was like no. Oh fuck! It was like Ludgar's or something like that.
May have written it down.
Ludgar's Blessing is where you were spending.
I wrote
shit! I was right.
You're in Grakenslow, and
yeah, like that's something I think we need to address, right? Is it actually pronounced Grakenslow? Is that how it's pronounced?
Grakenslow, isn't it? Is it T or an L?
Because it definitely doesn't look like that's how it's pronounced. I think we should finalize this. Like Jesus Christ! I hope we don't have any German audiences.
we are going to call it Grackle. We're going to call it Grackle Stow. That's how we're going to pronounce it from now until
Grackle Stow.
Yeah,
until we all die and start a new campaign in the.
I'm going to call it
fucking Underdark.
Grackalackle.
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 Grackalacking. Oh
dear.
I'll go kill myself now.
Grackalacking fiasco.
Oh,
I mean, why don't they let us name places? Jeez.
We've gone off the rails already.
What was the name of the belt Emmy had in the last episode?
The Belt of Dwarvenkind.
Oh, it was Belt of Dwarvenkind, yeah. It's what Grog has.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So does Emmy start growing like a normal beard or like?
Is it a fiery beard?
Oh,
beard?
have we slept?
Yeah.
I mean,
does Emmy have to roll for a beard? Yeah.
Yes.
Roll for beard.
What beard circumference?
I mean,
so what do I roll for beard circumference?
If you guys wanted to skip the rest of the evening and go straight to the morning, we can do that. Unless there's something that you wanted to do.
It would be worth it. Beard.
I have 4 HP.
Yeah,
I want to.
Okay, so we will
I think I'm
time jump to the next morning, and you can roll for. Can you give me a beard check, please?
Beard
check. What die would I happen to be using for a beard check?
D100.
You'd be rolling a D100.
D100, cool.
Doesn't even know how to roll for a beard.
I know, right? It's almost like I bleached mine. 18.
18.
That's a glorious fucking wizard's beard right there.
Pi made that shit.
Yeah, like flick it behind you and go. Oh!
Right.
His eye out.
Here's a question.
Oh my god, she's a monk as well. She could.
Is a question for Ignitia. Is Ignitia capable of growing a beard?
I don't know.
Oh my god, I didn't know.
Just say yes.
I am asking the player if she is capable of growing a beard.
For the entire 35 years that Ignatia's been alive, she hasn't had one yet. So
I'm going to roll this die, and it was a natural 20. Why the fuck did I roll a natural 20 on that fucking die roll?
Natural 20s on beard check.
I've got both my giant dice sat showing 20 up in the air, so I guess the smaller one is so fucking intimidated. So okay. We'll leave that for now, and we'll find out if you've grown a beard.
Oh god, if you don't grow a beard, I'll be so fucking disappointed.
Because you all have your own lodgings. Do you all spend the night in your own sort of domicile, or do you Oh no. What's the sleeping arrangements for you guys?
Oh, part of me wanted to like make a really horrible reference to like Critical Role and just say, "I knock on Crex's door."
Oh my god.
Hey Crex, I'm going to talk to you for 5 minutes about the good old days. Although I don't think Crex would appreciate that, so I'm not going to do it.
I'm only just slightly better than Artemis is. I've only got 5 HP, so I'm just a bit like kind of on my feet swaying.
I think Nook will have a few pints and then go off to bed.
Okay.
I'm just going straight to bed. I don't know where I'm sleeping, but
I'm going straight to my room and barring the door so that tiny evil little choking thing can't get anywhere near me.
Did
you say tiny little evil
we
thing?
buy?
Yeah, that thing.
So you guys all spend the evening socialising, having a few drinks, trying to relax. The atmosphere in the tavern is generally it's kind of it's not the most upbeat sort of place to spend an evening. You guys have probably been in worse. It's just kind of like averagey. But after spending like a few hours and the better part of the day in Gracklestyle, you've come to realise that the Durgar are generally a little bit morbid, and a little bit, well, for lack of a better term, boring. So it's something that you come to just associate with the civilization that you're in, really. So you spend the evening asleep, and nothing happens during the course of the evening, and you all wake up. You're all fully rested. You get all your HP back. If you spend any hit die, you get half the amount back. And what do you do in the morning?
I want to check my pack because they're all invisible fuckers. Trying to make sure nothing's been stolen.
Okay. Whilst Crex is looking through her bag, you come across it's like a hexagonal coin. It's got like a hole in the center. It's like an iron coin, and you're not sure where it's come from. You've never seen it before.
Okay.
Why is Nathan dying?
I just noticed the fact that I put gemstone up anus 500 GP. I completely forgot.
So,
Oh! We'll be getting to Nook in a minute. Don't you worry, Nathan. We'll get to Nook in a minute.
Morning shit. It's always an event.
So this coin, is there any markings on it, anything like that?
It's kind of bland. It looks like it's been worn away over the course of time, whenever it was minted. Oddest thing about it, though, it smells of like the best sort of description that I could give you is that it smells of like mature cheese.
Oh, has it been in someone's boot?
Kind of like if you can imagine somebody that maybe doesn't clip their toenails very regularly and has kind of like a funky sort of smell when they do. The coin kind of emanates that sort of smell.
Identify on it.
Identify.
Yes.
This coin, you've had a long rest, so you're going to use a spell slot. Okay?
Yep.
So this coin... Oh dear.
no, wait, Nathan's run away.
Hey, he's back again.
Idiot. I am an idiot.
Close the wrong tab.
Yep.
Right, this coin, it's like from your eyesight, the way that identify works visually is that it goes from this kind of brass sort of colour to it just glows white and blue. Just emanates like it's you're looking at point blank at a torch that's just been switched on. This coin just emanates magic.
Okay.
Anything else?
Can I do what do you want, a history check to see if I can work out where it's from?
One moment.
Like,
Oh, so
anything happen?
you don't need to use a spell slot because you can cast it as a ritual as long as you spend 15 minutes doing so.
Yep.
You learn. I'm just looking at what the spell actually says.
Okay.
You learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement or how to use. You figure out that it is a item that allows you to communicate with somebody.
Okay.
But for the faintest point of your memory, you cannot remember ever picking this up. You can remember never accepting it off anybody, and it was buried somewhere in the middle of your pack. Not hidden. It was it was placed with some other like random bit of change. But yeah.
Would I know how to like send a message? I'm guessing it acts like a message, like a sending tone.
Yeah. You.
That's Kelly, not Prax.
Yeah, you would know that you would need to know the name of the person that apparently has the other coin that goes with this.
Okay. I will pop it back in my pack for now.
Okay. Who's next?
I'm going to go to Artemis's room. Begrudgingly. And I'll... Artemis! Are you awake?
Yes.
Can I come in? I open the door and I walk in.
Was that the pleasure now?
Sadly not.
Oh, God.
Damn it.
Joe, before you carry on, Naomi, can Artemis roll me a d20 to decide on how awkward, from a scale from 1 to 20, how awkward you are between being fucking naked and fully dressed?
That's an 8.
Oh, God, he's got his dick out.
It's really out.
I mean, it's up to
He
Lee.
also has a butt plug in.
It's up to Lee to know whether or not Artemis starts by putting his upper body clothes on, or whether he starts with the trousers. Because one half is naked at this point.
I would assume he starts with the trousers because that makes sense.
You
Okay.
fucking pussy.
Okay, so you're shirtless, but otherwise your dignity is intact, sir.
Okay. Should have expected that. I was running inventory this morning, and there's some things that I would like you to identify. Please.
I have a question for Lee.
Yes.
How ripped is Artemis?
Fucking hell.
Yeah. How shredded is that motherfucker?
I mean, I'm curious why you want to know, but...
Is Genevieve getting 2 tickets to the gun show? That's all I'm asking. X City.
I mean, I think it was kind of decided by the art in the first appearance that he's kind of a nerd boy, so... No.
Well, I guess there's no fan art then. You know?
I mean, it's kind of skinny ripped, not like buff ripped.
All right. He's like athletic.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
He's svelte.
He's got skinny abs, you know, those kind of abs that don't count.
It's just like the base level of muscle.
Yeah, I'll have a look at your things for you.
Don't say that to me while you're shirtless.
Nice.
I will get out of the bag of holding the scroll.
The scroll. Oh, is that the one? Oh, that's the one that I put needs identifying on it, isn't it? Oh, shit. Where's my notes? I was hoping nobody would notice that I put that comment on there.
I didn't. That's why I got the scroll out first.
Oh, shit.
I can cast Identify on this as a ritual.
Yes, you can.
Nice.
Oh,
Does that take up spell slots?
Not as a ritual.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it just takes super long to cast it.
Heaven forbid we ever use any spell slots, right, guys?
Jenkins rip.
There's a
I'll
long.
hold it and dance around the room.
There is a long and drawn out 15 minutes that Genevieve has to stand there and watch Artemis.
Just shirtless, like sweating, like grinding his hips, like I'm identifying. You see how well I'm identifying, Genevieve?
I'm like going around his room,
What's wrong with you?
looking at
It's been a long day.
vials of fluid.
Nice.
Is that? Are you sure that's the word you want to use?
I am trying to step
Right,
around this so
Can we roll for
carefully.
viscosity of the liquid?
Viscosity.
Is he
Can we
just
do that,
jizzing into petri dishes?
This is like a tavern room. So if there's fluids in vials, they're not from me.
It's like a Jackson
Depends
Pollock
how
painting.
quickly you get comfortable.
I'm not touching anything.
Oh, you definitely don't want a black light in this room.
No. It just glows. I'm
It's like a services on the M1, especially like a travel watch.
For some reason, it smells like
Jeez,
digestive
it's spunk
biscuits in here as well.
Yes. Is there tea and coffee making facilities though?
Is there a Bible by the bed? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Due
we all
to the
what
number of gods in the Forgotten Realms, there are a number of Bibles on the bedside table that makes up a
Bibles are on the
mini
bedside
library.
I was about to say the Bibles are the bedside table.
Yeah, pretty much. In fact, the bed.
Your deity very carefully.
bed.
Jenkins.
The wardrobe.
The bed is the bedside table that's actually made of Bibles.
The room is made of Bibles.
So the scroll that you have is a scroll that enables the wielder to throw a bolt of lightning.
Okay.
So in context, it allows you to cast lightning bolt.
That's pretty dope. Is it like a one-time usage kind of deal?
Yeah, scrolls are one-time uses unless you're a wizard, and also that is also if you copy the spell into your spell book.
Into your book, which I would imagine destroys that scroll, right?
Yes, it consumes it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Roughly how much is it worth, Ryan?
It is probably worth, because lightning bolt is a level 2, I think. Level 3. It's a level 3 spell, so it's probably worth about 400 gold.
Alright, cool.
Nice.
I have no use for that. Do you just want to hang on to it?
Gladly.
Okay, cool.
I'll stuff it in like the hem of my trousers so it's sticking out.
No! Oh god. Oh god.
He's learning from Nook already.
Okay.
My work here is done and I'm out.
I really want to leave, but there are a couple more items that I would like you to look at. But I feel a bit queasy.
You're just looking at a bare man, like a bare chest of a man. Like, what the fuck is wrong with
There's no tits. What's wrong with it?
I'm gonna go get Ignatia. Just 1 minute.
He got pops all over his chest or something.
I'm gonna go to find Ignatia. Iggy!
Ignatia opens the door. She does not look happy to be awake.
She got a beard.
Oh, she's got a fucking full-on beard.
Dreams achieved.
It kind of like, because like her innate elemental like essence has kind of like morphed with tide. Her flames don't kind of like writhe about like her hair used to. It's more kind of like it's kind of like attributed, kind of like lava. So she's got this this like fiery sort of thick beard that just sections kind of like drip and then solidify within a few seconds into like a chunk of stone and then hits the ground. And then every couple of minutes, another chunk like drips and falls and cools off before it hits the ground.
That is awesome.
I can come back if you need to deal with that.
Oh, you don't even know that you have a beard at the minute.
I'm so jealous.
Sorry,
What?
Oh,
I know I look bad in the morning, but I mean, this is uncomfortable.
You've got, oh gosh.
Just tear off the plaster.
I gotta push her into a room, close the door. Iggy, you've got like a weird thing going on your face. It's like a lava beard.
Oh, is there a mirror in the room, Ryan?
Yes, but it's got like a sheet over it because this room, not all the rooms are used all the time, so it's got like a sheet over it to stop it getting dusty.
Okay. Ignatia's going to go over to the mirror, pull off the sheet, and let out the most girlish shriek you've ever heard her ever make in her life. In fact,
yeah.
the entire town hears it, as far as I'm concerned.
It's kind to you, it's kind of like do you know when you put your hand in like in like a pit that's just covered in stones, or in like gravel inside of like a fish tank? It kind of feels like that, but it's warm. So as you see it like move a hand through it, it stops being like solid, and then you can see it like glow red. As soon as she stops touching it, it kind of solidifies slightly into like a beard.
That's awesome.
It doesn't look too bad. I don't know what to do about it. You can't really
Give me your
shave
dagger.
it.
Your dagger.
I give her the shitty dagger.
I'm glad to know you think so much of me. And Ignatia is going to attempt to shave some of it off her face.
Okay.
Without, hopefully...
Roll me.
Is it like the Santa Claus where she cuts it off, turns around, and is growing it back again?
Oh yes.
Roll me.
Going through puberty again.
Roll me a d20 with yeah.
With advantage.
With advantage?
Yeah, with advantage. I'll give you that.
I'm helping because I gave her my dagger.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled
Just
2
whispering
9s,
encouraging
so...
Wow. You rolled 2
I rolled
9s
9s
back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm impressed by how shit my dice are. Thanks, dice.
So your Genevieve's shitty dagger goes through half of the beard, and as you like try and cut a chunk off, and you bring the dagger out, you can see that the dagger is glowing red. To you, it's not causing you any discomfort to hold it, but this looks like it's been in a forge for a good 20 minutes or so, and your beard is still there. Do you pull on the beard?
I'll probably try pulling on the beard as I'm shaving it.
Yeah, so as you pull in on it, you realise that the act of pulling the beard is the motion that actually removes the beard from your face, not the actual dagger. You kind of like scrape it off, and as it's in your hand, you watch it like solidify into this like it's like this cloudy. Nice.
Nice.
There was no distance that you could move that mic to hide that sound. In your hand.
Right, I thought I was still muted.
No, and I'm glad for it. That's glorious.
In your hand, you watch it solidify into this like cloudy kind of like quartz sort of stone. Yeah,
Like a beard trophy.
Yeah. This is weird. You've never heard of a female genasi that, as far as you know, to grow any sort of hair at all. Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah, very weird.
Okay. That was awfully distracting. I did come here for a reason, but that was a little bit more pressing. I was going to get Artemis to have a look at Tide's stuff, but obviously I don't want to do it without your permission or your presence. So, what do you think?
It's probably best we have Artemis look at it, but I would like to be there because he has not 100% earned my trust yet.
He's kind of naked, so I'm hoping that when we go back, he's dressed.
I really do not want to see that at all.
No, darling, you don't. It's he's
It's
not
okay,
got much.
Luke. I want to see Artemis naked.
He hasn't got much to him. I think he's 0% body fat. Like,
Fucking hell!
he's
Oh
literally
dear.
just like a frame. It's
So he has like no. Oh, Holly, I can see him pouting
it's
in the
a
corner.
skeleton. It's a skeleton wrapped in skin.
Fucking
That-
savages
I-
over here.
Let's go.
Meat bag.
Oh,
Hashtag
shit.
body shaming.
I mean, I need to rub some aloe vera on myself after that fucking burn arm.
We feel your
Jesus.
pain, man. We feel your pain.
You're not uninvited to the meetup.
Uninvited.
Ignatia will throw her shirt on and get ready and just.
Oh shit! What's
Then-
it?
but then- No,
Got them flaming titties out.
do I have to roll for naked or?
Those hot potatoes.
Ignitia can roll for naked.
Yeah.
10.
Said, yeah, same situation. You can decide on what part, upper body, whatever motion. Unless you were stood there like one of those Renaissance
To
paintings
be honest,
with all
I
the
was
important
so
bits.
distracted by the beard. I didn't even notice the hot
You didn't even notice. I could have been stalkers and you'd have just been like, the fucking beard. We'll say that Ignatia had a very long t-shirt on.
Oh, I like it.
Classy.
With a little bit of butt poking out the bottom.
What did I say? I
little bit of cheeky bum.
got a hot ass.
For some reason,
Hey!
you've never seen this before anywhere else. But you look on a nightstand and there's like an empty pizza box as well.
Just a girl's night in.
There's feathers everywhere because there was a pillow fight.
Oh, solo pillar fights. Oh dear.
Oh, no, I'm
yourself
sad.
anyway,
Come on,
you make
get
your
your
way.
pants on. Let's go.
You make your way over to Artemis.
Yep. Let's go and bother
Are
the skinny
you?
thing.
Are you good?
Did Artemis bother to
Have you
carry on getting
covered
dressed?
your frame?
Artemis will just go open the door, and yes, he's fully dressed now.
Damn you, Lee.
Playing it safe.
Leave you just on the straw.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Did I miss something? Did I just block out for a minute? I don't understand what's happening now.
take
Genevieve,
scroll
what did
out
you
of
do
your
to him
mouth.
with the
That's
5
not where
minutes
scroll-
you were alone?
Oh. Okay.
Iggy, do you want to scroll? It shoots pew pew.
What? Wait, what? It shoots what?
It shoots lightning. Do you want to scroll?
Yeah, the scroll. Yeah.
I.
That might
I'm
be
not-
quite good for you, actually, being an elemental kind of.
Yeah, but
gal.
I'm not a magic user per se. I
I mean,
am
that's
more
why.
punchy.
That's
kick,
why I
kick.
left it with Artemis, because he's
Okay.
magic, I guess. No. No.
Get that out of your mouth.
You don't know where that's been, young man.
Takes back.
That might have been up Nook's ass for all you know. We have a couple more items to for you to identify if you could. Little bit of a touchy subject, but they once belonged to our now deceased friend who you never met.
I never will.
I never will because he's dead now. Anyway, can you have a look at this armor and this trident, please?
It sounds like a girlfriend in Canada sort of situation.
I wish you could be my girlfriend. Can't
So,
you see me from
which
Canada?
which item do you remove from the bag of holding first?
The armor.
The armor. So you start to remove sections of the split armor, the split mail, out of the bag of holding. It has this kind of familiar yet soothing and oddly disturbing smell of Tide about it.
It's like wet dog and beer.
Yeah, kind of like that. Even though it smells completely rank, it does make you feel a little bit upset because you come to remember this smell of Tide. Okay, so Artemis, do you do a identification?
Yes, I will do identify again.
Okay, so you go through.
If I'm going to identify each one of these items, it's going to take like all morning.
Yeah, well, you know.
You've already
Wait, I'm not
agreed.
complaining.
Yeah,
The
was
others
there
are
a
happy
time?
to deal with it.
Yeah, was there a time frame that we had to meet the fucking giant at this cavern?
Nope, no time frame. It only takes about 15
To be
minutes
fashionably late.
each time, anyway. So you spend the 15 minutes doing any of the ritual that you think Artemis needs to do to identify this magic item. At the end of said 15 minutes, you are aware that this split mail gives the wearer cold resistance.
Wait, what? Tide had that like from the get-go?
No.
Oh, this isn't Tide's armor.
Oh no, no,
it's Tide's armor.
it's Tide's armor. Artemis realizes that upon Tide's death, his essence was probably, or part of his essence was trapped inside this piece of armor.
That is fucking sick.
Oh,
Oh my god, that is so cool. Yep. It's like a soul gem kind of situation. It's kind of fucked up, but cool at the same time.
Yeah, I'll relay that information. Well, I'll relay that it's got cold damage or cold resistance to the rest of them.
Are you
But I
going
won't
to tell us
them
about
the tide
Tide?
haunting. No, I won't tell you about Tide haunting the armor.
And
Don't
then
say
I'll
that, because
take...
that means when we're not looking, the armor comes back together and goes downstairs to the tavern and tries to order drinks.
Just like pours like a jug of ale down the neck hole of the armor.
Don't fall asleep in the armor.
And then I'll take out the trident.
Okay.
And I'll put the split armor back.
You hand Artemis the trident, and I assume that you carry out another ritual. Yeah. So the trident is, after you perform the ritual and you complete your incantations, you get the same feeling that you had when you were looking over the armor. You believe that a part of Tide was also trapped, or his essence was waved over this weapon, and it is a trident +2.
Oh!
Holy
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah, I will again reveal that it's now a super duper trident,
Okay.
with emphasis on the duper. And now I'm going to choose to kind of like say, I think part of your friend's essence was trapped in these items.
Oh.
So either he has some sort of bond with that, or...
Trapped.
Ignitia, give me a intelligence check. History or religion? It's up to you.
Or religion. Let's have a look. Blah, blah, blah. What's my history? My history is bad. How's my religion? My religion is better. So that would be an 18.
18. After hearing Artemis tell you this, you it doesn't come as a surprise. Excuse me. It doesn't come as a surprise to you because Genasi don't really have a religion. You were brought up in your enclave before you were, before you ended up on the material plane. Basically brought up around living in the present and not worrying about the after your life. Towards your adult years, you learned that they teach this to young Genasi because there is no afterlife for Genasi. Your elemental essence will join back up with the elemental plane, and your conscience will cease to exist in death. Upon being on the material plane, you know or have heard stories of other elemental creatures, not just Genasi, that have died near items that they've been around for a long period of time, i.e. armor, that kind of thing. Unless they've been guarding a certain area, and their essence, because the material plane is made up of all these different elemental forces, their presence alters the quantum makeup of the item or the area. So just having Tide wear this armor for as long as he's worn it, he is basically kind of forged a part of himself inside it, as well as the trident. You know that there's Tide's consciousness does not exist in these items. However, a part of him does. And it brings a certain amount of comfort to you to know that.
I'm going to grab the trident from Artemis and hold on to it and not say anything.
If you're
Cool.
proficient in martial weapons, you could totally rock that.
I am a very proficient martial weapon monk.
Oh yeah.
It's mine now, by the way. I'm taking
it-
this.
It is a it is a magical item, and you will need to use a slot of attunement for it.
Uki.
So yeah, so it's basically a trident +2 to attack and damage.
Damage.
That's pretty dope.
+2. I'm just writing trident of +2.
Cool. Okay, now that that's done, Jen will put the armor back in the bag because neither of us can wear it. So, and
Would it be useful if I had some strength?
Just turn to Artemis and say, "Thank you. He was weird, but he was a good man. It's good to know that there's a weird residual tiredness with us still.
It doesn't help that it still stinks of ale.
Nope, it stinks of tide.
Tide.
Come on then, let's go get the others."
Also, I'm going to shove my quarterstaff into the bag of holding. I don't know how it'll fit, but I will just drop it in.
It's just like Mary Poppins' bag.
Yeah, Mary
Just
Poppins.
keep going.
Oh, so do I have to push it down, or can I just drop it in?
You just drop it.
You could drop it in and it'll just go.
Okay, that's...
So, Crex and
Hello.
Nook, who's next? Crex or Nook?
Go on, you go. I've already been.
Well, I mean, I don't have like anyone's door to knock on, so I guess Nook's just, you know, is going through his morning routines. You know, he's making sure that his crossbow's all nice and oiled and lubricated, making sure that it's ready for battle.
Okay.
He's sharpened his sickle a little bit.
And through all that, you can give me a
Has he-
Constitution save, please.
Has he checked on his ruby yet?
I think that's what this is.
That is a natural 2 right there.
That's a natural 2. There is a panic for about half an hour where you cannot reach the the valuable item that is inserted right up your arse. Oh shit. It's a bit too deep.
So Nook's been in this situation before, you know. He's had a gemstone up his ass for quite a while. He's become accustomed to it. So he just kind of like, you know, like flexes his body down, like all the muscles sort of he pushes his diaphragm down, and he's like squatting a little bit.
Okay, give me another con save. With advantage, no less.
Have you done this before, Nathan?
That is a 17.
Oh, there's a 17.
But it's plus, because it's a con save, it's +2, so it's a 19.
Yeah, you know, Nook, like, he does this, like, little wiggle with his hands on his side, and he gets, like, limbers up a little bit, gets, like, a little sumo stance on the go, arms out in front of him at shoulder's length, and he does some ass to grass squats.
I do some kegels. That's what I do.
and on the fourth one, all you hear is kunk gunk as the gemstone hits the ground.
Clip.
Woo. Woo. It's because he's not used to sleeping on these hard dwarven beds.
And you instinctually, like, get into your pack. You've got this little pot with like some like ointment, and then you kind of like scoop up a hefty amount in your hand, and then begin to paste your crack from top to bottom. It's like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got some like.
It's got some like
salve.
fantasy pseudo-creme.
Yeah, no, he's got like an anti-inflammatory salve.
Yeah, no,
Made
that's
with
exactly
like
it.
the leaves and sap of like a tree that you found out about in the high forest. And he's just buttering up his asshole, ready for reinsertion.
It comes in like a little stone grey tub with some red runes on it.
Is it bad that
white and
I'm so glad that he resolved that on his own. He didn't have to come and get one of us to be like, get it out!
I'm
mean,
not gonna
he could have
lie. I
rolled
want to
really
add chilies
badly.
to his cream.
Don't do that. Nook might enjoy it too much.
Right. Okay.
And then as I'm like 2 knuckles deep into my asshole, is that when I?
Look,
Yeah, that is exactly what happens.
No, no,
Let's go for that.
The door's open. Just 2 knuckles deep into my asshole.
okay. Bye, Nook. Bye.
No, I didn't say that out loud. You come the fuck in and you see me 2 fingers deep in my asshole.
I do not open the fucking door, man.
I think she's learnt her lesson from Artemis.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just hear, whew. And there's like a moment where you hear some like rumbling, and then finally the door opens, and you just see Nook sweating slightly, a bit red in face, and he smells very good actually. Smells quite nice, very herbally, you know, like a light summer forest smell. You know what I mean?
Jen would know what that smells like. Okay, come on, we've got to go.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Stop fucking around.
as you guys finish getting ready and you start getting you finish getting dressed and collecting your things together into your travel packs, Artemis can give me a investigation check.
It's not going to be good. 11.
11. As you're collecting your, you have like a couple of vials of acid on you at any given point. As you're putting them away into your, on your person, just in case something might go down. You notice there's a small coin that you didn't notice before.
Is it similar to the one that Crex has? Obviously, Artemis wouldn't know this, but
Yeah, it's similar to design. It's hexagonal. It's got a hole in the middle. It smells a bit like cheese.
could I do an investigation check or whatever to find out if I know what it is?
You can do an investigation check. Yes.
That's 17.
It is an old, smelly coin.
Cool.
Nice.
I'll put it away in my bag for inspection later.
Okie dokie. So you guys get ready. You come down the stairs into the bar, area, and you notice that the two, the bartenders, Darthis and Welfer, are talking to a squad of decently armoured or fully armoured Durgar. They've got helms on. They've all got spears and a shield. There's a conversation going off, and as you guys come downstairs, you see Darthis point over to you guys, and the dwarves kind of like the Durgar kind of like turn around and look at you guys coming down the stairs. One of them approaches you guys and removes his helmet. He's got no pupils or irises. It's completely whited over. It's got this like purpley obsidian sort of skin texture with like a billy goat's rough goatee with no sideburns. He has like a scar that goes across, that's from like the top lip, that goes from the left side of his mouth over to his ear, that kind of pulls the corner of his mouth up so you can see his teeth a little bit. He kind of grunts he kind of looks over at you guys, and he says, kind of nods a little bit, says, you guys are the ones that took down the stone giant in the market yesterday. Is that correct?
We helped, yes.
Oh, two people at once then.
Yeah, no, I'll let Crux. I want to insight check this guy.
I say we assisted in help in taking it down. Yes.
Good, then I've found the right people.
I got 15 on insight, by the way.
15. It's hard to tell. With Durgar, yeah. Most of them are the masters of poker face.
Right.
You've seen a few that show mannerisms that are unable to, as a merchant that's got a lot of experience, you know what a tell looks like. But it's very difficult here because of how they are. But he seems very placid. He doesn't seem angry at all. He says, you guys will follow. You need to come and see the commander. As he says, like, you guys follow, the 3 guards behind him, or back at the bar, just turn around and start to walk out. He doesn't even wait for your reply. He just turns round. As he turns, he puts his helmet back on, and then he goes to join the other 3.
Do we have much of a choice?
I guess we follow.
Would I know if the commander is across the bridge?
Yeah, you know that the guard are called the Stone Guard, and the commander is a woman. You haven't been there long enough to know anything else.
Yeah, I don't think. No, I've only been here a few days.
But you know that the place where the hold isn't actually across the bridges. It's on the same side. In fact,
is it like a place for cells as well? Where this commander is?
Yeah, it's a small.
I've seen people get taken away there.
Yeah, it's a small hold inside the city. You know that there is a, for the lack of a better term, prison/mine a few miles out of the city, where they tend to take the most able prisoners away. The prisoners that are, people that are arrested and don't look worthwhile to be kept as slaves are usually executed before they're able to take a couple of steps away.
Right.
Because Durgar don't fuck around.
Yeah, I just shoot a look at Crex, like a worried look.
I just kind of hold a hand out, kind of like placatingly, just out off to the side, just like, indicating we haven't really got much of a choice. We can always fight our way out.
Okay.
She says with confidence. Obviously, I didn't actually say that.
Yeah.
Because that would be suicidal. Because they're invisible fuckers.
You guys follow. It looks like he is leading you out of the city because you're heading towards the gate where you came in. You noticed this building when you arrived in the city yesterday, and it's a stalactite that goes all the way up. Stalactite? No, goes all the way down. It's basically a column. Let's call it that. In the middle of the city, it's quite large. It looks like they've hollowed probably all of it out, to be fair, and turned it into a hold or a stronghold of some description. As you approach, the guards, 3 of them vanish just before they get to the door. The one that was speaking to you stops. He turns round and he says, Dunglorin, Torud. Anybody that speaks Dwarfish.
Hello.
I do now, because I have accessories.
He's basically pointed at the building and said, over Lake Hold.
Okay.
And then keeps holding his hand out, waiting for you to walk through the door. There's this
Wait,
large...
so he's speaking Common before, and now he's speaking Dwarvish?
Yeah.
Okay.
He shows you see the door. There's this large, thick, heavily fortified, metal barred door that's got like a the arches over at the top into a point, and there's 2 doors that go inwards, and it's got some dwarven writing on it.
Okay.
Essentially, it's basically exactly what he's just told you. It's the dwarven for over Lake Hold. Outside a couple of the windows or cell holes, there's a few like billows of smoke that kind of emanate out and then join the smog that's 100 feet up. At this point, you can hear you can start to hear hammers striking anvils, starting to pick up, and there's this general rhythm like there was yesterday, starting to pick up every few minutes. It starts to get either a little bit quicker, or there's some more anvils joining the chorus in with it.
Let's go in, I guess.
You go through the doors, and there's this 20-foot long hallway with door knockers on either side. They all look like dwarven in design, with a door at the end. The room itself is about 30 feet wide, and the walkway is, or the hallway even, is about 80 feet long. And there's this the architecture that forms the I guess, lack of a better term, runway down the middle, is different to the outside, to the other parts of the room. On the other parts, there's these small door knockers every so often, with like a cast shield with a certain insignia on them. There's one that looks like it's scarred through, like somebody's took a thick knife to it, or they've took a hammer and chisel to deface it ever so much. But you don't recognise any of the casts, the cast symbols on these. And at the end, there's another door that looks very similar to the one that you just come through. As you all approach, you just hear, and the door closes behind. It's very quiet. It is very quiet inside. You can't hear the hammers outside at all. This place is insulated by some means.
Okay.
Did the guards follow us in?
No.
So we're on our own in this long corridor.
Yep.
And there's a door at the end of the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to go and knock on the door politely and say in Dwarven, "You requested our presence. We're here."
You see like a slit in the door. You like a scraping of metal as this large slit opens up, and you see two white eyes look through.